G'day guys, welcome back to the Altars. Hope you guys are doing well today. Now, just before we begin, a couple of things I want to address. One, apologies because I've probably seen through what's about to happen in the next hour or so. Unfortunately, something happened to my previous attempt in recording this episode, so I have already had some conversations and obviously chosen a few responses, so you'll probably just see that when we're sort of going through those conversations today. And secondly, I've received some feedback from some of you guys around the audio levels in this one, so I've made a few adjustments to hopefully bring the audio level up a little bit more, so hopefully that comes through moving forward. But again, leave me some more comments if you feel like I should adjust it even further. Plenty of things to do. Let's start with having a chat with the doctor, who is in the kitchen, and yeah, he's probably got something for us about all of the sort of cooking that he's trying to do, or this feast. So, how'd your cooking experiments go?
You wanted to talk? Is it about your cooking experiments? How'd it go? Amazing. Surpassed my expectations. I have enough ideas for 3 full courses. And maybe something a little extra too. Great. When can we start? Yeah, about that. There's a little hindrance. What do you mean? The kitchen I used to cook in was quite basic, you know? So I'm not very good with high-tech equipment, like an automatic food processor. I think I broke it.
Yeah, we can see that, because the kitchen apparently needs some repairing. Well, it's not high-tech. It is Ally Corp.
High-tech? Ally Corp equipment? That's the best joke I've heard in a long time. Yeah, I know. It's still much more complicated than a wok and an iron stove. I guess we're gonna have to fix it then. Yeah, that, and the electricity in the kitchen. What? I think I fried the circuit breaker. There's no power in the whole module. Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. Shit happens.
Don't worry about it. Shit happens. We'll just get the whole kitchen fixed. But you gotta promise me that feast is gonna be massive. That I can guarantee. All right. Let's get to work then.
Okay. Oh, yes, that's right. Feasts. A feast is a special type of meal cooked according to the doctor's recipe. It uses up a lot of resources, but satisfies the hunger of everyone in the base and gives everyone an immediate emotional boost. Nice. Okay, cool. So basically, the way we can think about this, if I'm not mistaken, is that one feast can essentially feed the entire crew. So you wouldn't have to create, more than one if you wanted to, feed them using a feast. But it is, pretty expensive, and strangely, it does require some mush as well, right? So you need 5 mush to be able to actually make one feast. I'm gonna queue one up right now, because why not? And I believe there's also an additional effect, which means that you can essentially give people an emotional boost by using feasts. I don't know if we'll, enjoy feasts like every single day. This could be perhaps maybe something that we do to just like bring up everyone's spirits. But I'll at least queue one up and see how we go in using it. But obviously, to even make it, we're going to need to repair this place. So we'll leave that to the other altars. There's a whole bunch of other modules that have broken down as well. So let's quickly assign people to work. The technician is obviously going to need to do some base maintenance, and well, with the doctor not exactly cooking, and there's nothing queued in the workshop at the moment, we could probably work on maintenance as well. And yeah, let's just take a look at what other people are doing here. So obviously we are still trying to focus on getting these neutralizer towers. And we need, I believe it's 160 metals and 160 minerals. So the miner can still stay on the minerals outpost. And I mean, we're not too desperate on food right now, are we? So what I could potentially do is just place the botanist in maybe the metals outpost. Just trying to look at what other people are doing. I don't know, that doesn't seem like a bad idea, to be honest, so why not? Let's do that. Now, speaking of all of our altars, we do have a new altar to try and wake up, right? Because I think we queued up the shrink in the previous episode, but we haven't exactly gotten him to wake up just yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Hello?
Hello there. Are you feeling okay? My neurotransmitters are a mess. My mind's alert intellectually, but there's this numbness. Hey, wait. Am I on immunosuppressants by any chance?
A true mental health specialist.
You know your neuroscience. A true mental health specialist. Just what we need on this mission. Yes. You wouldn't mind grabbing me a coffee, would you?
I am still finding that the dialogue gets a little bit lost behind a lot of the other audio, but yeah, maybe I can make a few more adjustments and see how we go. Yeah, sure, we've got plenty of coffee.
Sure. We've got plenty of coffee. You can have all you want, but first, I'll need to brief you on the situation. Mind answering a few simple questions for me? I'm yours for the taking. But please don't quote me on my answers. I'm not quite feeling myself. Of course. Let's take it easy. Why don't you start by stating your name and role on this mission? Oh, gee, that really is simple. My name is Jan Dolsky, and I'm a mental health specialist. I'm also here because of a pioneering project I initiated on my socials. In short, the goal is to raise awareness about the psychological challenges of space mining missions. But enough about me. Tell me about yourself.
I mean, I made this comment previously about him sounding like, or looking like a hipster rather, but he sounds like a hipster as well. Yeah, I'm Jan Dolsky too.
Well, this might be disturbing, but I am Jan Dolsky too. Disturbing? Do you find it disturbing? Tell me more.
Okay, so I did sort of feel like this is the first where we are currently being, let's say, interrogated and questioned by one of the altars. Doesn't it bother you?
That's it? Doesn't it bother you at all that I look like you and share your identity? It certainly bothers you that I'm not asking about it. Why don't you just say what you want to say? Okay. Here it is. The reason we look so strikingly alike is that you are a copy of me, an alternative version of my life choices. My alter. Okay, let me get this straight. You are Jan Dolsky, and I am your alter. Yes, physically we're the same, but underneath that, the quantum computer reprogrammed you with a different awareness. Wow. You reprogrammed my awareness? Can I raise awareness about that?
Your social media doesn't exist.
I'm afraid your social media outlets don't exist. Just like everything you think you know about your life. It's all in your head. And there's something else you need to know. There are more of you in this base. More of me? No, other alters. The same person, but in different versions. Huh. Dude, I have had some mind-bending experiences in my life, but this, I have to say... Did you mention something about coffee? You can get some in our kitchen. While you're at it, take a look around the other modules, meet the guys, and read the mission logs. I think you'll find them very informative. The logs or the guys. Both, I guess.
Okay, cool. So we've got our shrink, but he'll probably not be available for use for a little bit while he processes everything. And yeah, I suppose we're going to need to start the day. So again, focusing on getting those towers, let's head out the airlock and let's decide on what we need to do. So minerals is sorted, we just need to wait until we get enough of it. Metals also we need to wait until we have enough of it. But there's 2 internal veins that we could potentially work on. And I might actually start with this one over here. So just heading to the Rupidium outpost to get a little bit closer. And we should be able to hopefully get this planetary sample. There are plenty of anomalies in the way though. Which means that, well, I guess that gives us a chance to load up on a few more bits of ALX. And speaking of ALX, it might not be a bad idea to start queuing ALX to metals, because I don't want to weigh down too much on ALX, and I'd prefer having some extra metals to work with, because we'll probably still need to, you know, create other things that we're trying to stock. Another thing that I do want to build, and I know I am using some of my materials here, even though I'm, you know, trying to bank it up, but it might not be a bad idea to get the advanced non-metals outpost, like another one of those, because I do have one currently at the Rupidium site, which, all things considered, it's not really doing us too much good, because we're not really mining for Rupidium. But I feel like maybe having a few additional non-metals outposts or advanced versions of the outpost wouldn't be such a bad idea. Let's see. Anyone working in the workshop though? No. I think what I'll do is I'll have the technician shift to the workshop when he's done with maintaining the base. And we've got the advanced metals outpost on the way. So the idea with that is hopefully we'll be able to get that in this episode as well and place that in the metals deposit. Hopefully that will mean that it won't be too difficult for us to, you know, sustain
to make myself useful here.
The amount of metals that we need. Yes, you can work on the workshop. Thank you very much. I was going to put the technician there, but I guess we don't really need to do that now. Okay, more ALX down there. That's fine. The vein... Yeah, the vein is down there as well. So before I hit the vein, what I might do is I might just quickly recharge the batteries so that we can deal with any additional anomalies while we're trying to follow the vein. Okay, so here we go. Let's get you, and then let's just follow this along. Okay, we've got a few anomalies here. Let's just get rid of this one at the very least. And I think these static ones we can maybe leave alone. Alright, so... where's this leading us? Right, up to the holographic... like, park area, which I don't think is going to be too difficult to get to. We can maybe get ourselves back to the Rapidium outpost. I might even do another recharge. And that should allow us to just get rid of these things. Right. One more for good measure. Okay, I just want to take a look at the technician, because he doesn't have any more repairs going. Neither does the doctor, so let's put the doctor back into the kitchen so he can start preparing that feast. And the technician, I think we can just get him working on organics. Now that we have what is it, 7
I'm done here.
altars?
Want me to take care
Well,
of this
not
now?
7 altars, but like 6 altars
Do you
and
want me
us.
to take care of this yacht?
I think we should rethink how much we need to uphold in the kitchen. So let's do 14 cooked meals, and then we'll also uphold, I would say, like another 7 mush. And that's purely because, well, we need 5 to create a feast anyway, right? So, but at the very least we can fall back onto mush if we have to, right? So the minimum we need is going to be 7. So that's the idea behind that. Let's do a recharge. And let's see if we can follow the rest of this vein. Okay, still plenty of time. I think it was leading up this way. So let's work our way around. Yeah, I really hate these ones that chase us around everywhere. Very annoying to deal with. And sometimes it's not very obvious when they are actually chasing you. Bit of a climb. Alright. I think we're getting somewhere. Through here. I guess we're gonna have to get rid of one of these. Okay, up this way somewhere. Is there a way around? Yes, there is. So let's try to conserve our energy. Okay, that one seems static, so we'll leave it alone. Yeah, this one we're gonna need to get rid of. There it is. Alright. Let's grab you. Nice. So now that we have an additional sample, I think it's probably a good idea for us to think about what research we want. And yeah, I think maybe having some form of automated way to get resources would be good, considering what we need to do with those towers. So 4 altars are going to be out of action at a given time, right? So maybe preparing for what's to come isn't such a bad idea. Or I could go with more metals efficiency. I mean, that's a free upgrade there that doesn't really require a planetary sample. Or I could do ALX to minerals that will consume this sample. Free climbing. Reduces the energy cost for medium and high climbs to 0. Yeah, that would be quite nice. Would love another suit upgrade, but is this only grayed out purely because we don't have 2 planetary samples? Because I could save for it. I'm thinking automatic outpost is probably a better one to start off with, and maybe the second suit upgrade is something that we need to think about in the next area. Well, I don't even know when we're going to find more planetary samples. I know there's another vein available right now, but I could save that one. So, I mean, I will take it, but I might not use it immediately. Anywho, we're done here.
I'm done here. Want me to take care of this now?
The greenhouse. Let me shift people around. So the botanist is on the metals outpost, so let's get him onto the greenhouse, and I think we'll do the shrink on the metals outpost. And I'm just thinking here, but with my additional advanced non-metals outpost, I think I should place that where the minerals vein is, because it is taking a while for us to get the minerals. And then I should make an advanced metals outpost. Is there anyone on the workshop? No. I think we're looking good on organics, right? Why don't we shift the technician there? That way we get started on making the outpost, and come tomorrow we should be able to place it down. Try to speed up mining. What am I trying to do? I think I need to get back to the Rapidium, and then I can probably shift myself to the organics. Just gather a little bit more before the end of the day. Yeah, I don't really have any energy to work with right now. I could use a battery, but maybe I don't really need to. I'm not like super desperate to clear anything. Plus, I mean, I could just simply recharge at the outpost right here if I wanted to. Okay, so organics Let's do it. Metals, minerals, yeah, everything is happening. So... radiation's coming in. We can tank a little bit of radiation if we wanted to. Is this an advanced outpost? Hang on. Yes, it is an advanced organics outpost, isn't it? So, now that the day is over, I sort of want to shift myself to the minerals right here. Okay, so why is he still working? Let me get rid of this, because I think this is just a normal outpost, right? Good. And let's place down a advanced outpost. And now I should be able to just simply assign him back to the minerals outpost. He is taking some level of radiation, though, being out here for so long. The shrink isn't doing anything right now, so I suppose he should work on something. Maybe we'll get him on the refinery, and again, we'll try to remove some ALX here. Okay, looks good. I think that's kind of the end of the day, isn't it? So let's head back to base. And I'm gonna check in on all of our altars here, because I just want to make sure that people are feeling okay, you know? So... things are looking good for the most part. No one's like really unhappy. But the technician does have quite a bit of rebellion, or he's feeling a bit rebellious. So, I don't know, maybe we need to just hang out with him, build our relationship with him a little bit more. So, let's do that. We'll give him a bit of a thrashing at beer pong. Put him in his place. I mean, it'd be nice to see people improve at the game the more you play with them.
Yes! Damn it.
I mean, he's doing pretty well, though. Now's our chance. Chance to school this guy.
Hell yeah! Fuck.
Yeah, boy. We are the beer pong champions.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
So, we can see a little bit of a smile there in his face, at least in the portrait over here. So, yeah, we managed to get rid of some of those negative emotions. He's still got rebellion, though, so... but I think his motivation and joy is a little bit higher. Is the miner still working out there, or... the miner is at the airlock. He came back to the base very late. Why? So he's picked up a little bit of radiation there, which is not so good. Oh, hang on, something's happened here. Maybe it's the miner? You returned late.
Hey, I notice you returned late to the base. You know that radiation at this time can be extremely dangerous for you. Ah, you noticed. Yeah, I did stay out a little longer. But I squeezed so much more out of that outpost. And we really need it now. I do feel kinda nauseated, but small dose of radiation ain't nothing we can't neutralize overnight.
Yeah, well, I sort of think he's got a point there, because I often stay out a little bit later and just, you know, deal with the radiation when we get back home, because, you know, we spend a good few hours resting, and the filters essentially get rid of the radiation for us. So, I would say that that sounds reasonable.
Okay. That sounds reasonable. Of course. Just trust me.
Right. So he seems pretty happy about all of that. Just want to have a look at where he's at. Yeah, so motivation and joy is still the main emotions that he's feeling, so I'm very happy about that. I think it's time for bed, and we can sort of decide what we need to prioritize on the next day.
Hey, man. Can we talk?
Alright, so we need to have a chat with the technician, that's fine. I'm just looking at the materials we have to get the job done. So, apparently we're using some metals, using some minerals as well. What's going on that front? It's probably the Advanced Metals Outpost, but once that's done, I think we should be good to try and gather everything up for the towers. So, hopefully, because I'm getting a little nervous now. Let's have a chat with the technician. See what he wants. Right here. So, you wanted to talk about something?
Hey, you wanted to talk? Yeah. What the hell is going on with the miner? I mean, I thought you decided to make him that serum so that he feels like a valid human being. But now you're letting him work outside after hours? Where's the logic in that?
Yeah, but it's his own choice.
Look, I already talked to him. It's his own choice. Oh, really? The guy's got serious self-respect issues. Anyone can see that. You took a step forward by growing him a new arm, but now you're taking 2 steps back by letting him overwork himself. It's almost as if he feels he needs to pay you back for it.
Well, he just wants to make himself useful.
He just wants to make himself useful in a difficult time. Where's the harm in that? See, that's the problem. This obsession of his with being useful. Well, what would you have me do? Hand him over to a professional. You mean the shrink? Yeah. He's a little unconventional, but I guess he'll have to do.
Okay, well, that's a good idea. Maybe he can just, like, open up to the shrink and, you know, as a result, feel comfortable about himself and not have to do overtime constantly.
That's not such a bad idea. It's just that won't going back to all that bad shit in his life bring him down and make him lose that new zest he acquired? He's more than just his zest. Maybe he won't work his ass off for you anymore, but he'll be a happier man. It's your call. You know where I stand.
Alright, well, we're sort of on track to give him the therapy, but, let's see here. Tasks. Oh yes, that's right, we need to build the park with the bench. Professional therapy, we need to build him a contemplation room. So this could be costly though, right? Let me take a look at the cost, and we might need to decide when we get it, because those towers take priority over everything else. The only other thing that I want to build before that might be the metals outpost, which is coming along. Yeah, it's another 40 on metals and another 60 on minerals. And the park with the bench is also the same cost. Let's put this off until we have at least one of the towers. Or should we put it off until we have both? Yeah, let's put it off first though, and let's come back to it, because, yeah, I'm really getting nervous right now. Assignments. Let's just make sure people are working on things that they need to work on. But, yeah, so we need someone on the metals outpost and... let's see. I think the technician should continue with the metals outpost. I could probably work on the metals outpost myself. Yeah, everyone seems to be working, so that's good. I think it's not a bad idea to hang out around the metals outpost, just work on that temporarily, and then... yeah, I mean, all things considered, now that we've done all of the exploration, what could be good is removing all of this to then place it here instead. That way we won't really need as many connections. Actually, that's one thing that I was trying to address for a few episodes, but I believe the blocker for us for placing down more pylons is literally just pylon components. So if we can build more of these, we should be able to place down more pylons everywhere. So I think it might not be a bad idea to get one batch. I know I'm using some more metals, which doesn't feel comfortable, but that's okay. Let's see. We need to hit the other internal vein, which I will do. But yeah, let's start working on metals first. So now that we've done that, I think we should have access to an advanced metals outpost very soon. Okay, it's still about an hour away. Yeah, okay, so that's done. Which means it might not be a bad idea to just simply remove that.
Down here. Should I help with this now?
And then place this down. He wants to work on rupidium, which I think we don't really need right now. We could probably get him to work on advanced metals. And we're still looking very, very comfortable on the organics though, aren't we? So might not exactly be required. Botanist might need another job sometime soon. Yeah, I think things are looking okay though. So that should free some time up for us to try and get to this vein. which I think I can maybe get to by just portaling down here, and then hopefully finding a way through. Gotta consider that we probably need a lot of energy to try and get through all of these anomalies. Since we're still close by, I think it might not be a bad idea just to recharge. Try not to use our batteries.
All done. Can I take care of this now?
Rapidium. It's probably not the best of the bunch. Let's just shift him to organics. Keep him busy there. The botanist also needs something to do. I think what we'll do is I'll shift the doctor into the kitchen again, and then I'll have the botanist working on metals, and I can just simply queue up something else here. Maybe the feast isn't such a bad idea. So I'll work on mush and then work on the feast. That should keep him busy for a while.
I'm done here. Want me to take care of this now?
Everyone wants to work on the rapidium. No rapidium, please. Let's do... actually, it's probably better if we leave the botanist here in the greenhouse, and then he can work on the metals. And then the greenhouse, we can just simply queue up some raw food. Botanist is better for that anyway. Okay, so I think we need to go this way. Jump down here, and should be to our right somewhere. Alright, let's follow this. Okay, so it's leading somewhere up that way. How do we get there, though? We can climb up this way. It's a high climb. Or we can try and go around. I mean, I don't mind the idea of trying to just simply go around and see if we can reach it that way. There we go. Alright, it's leading further up somewhere. Just up this way. So I guess we need to come back around and climb. Apparently the shrink wants to have a chat with us. can do that. Let's just focus on this first, though. Definitely need to remove you. Yeah, we are running low on energy. Might need to use that battery. Yeah, I think it's leading up this way. Yeah, let's use up a battery and... the amount of ALX that we've just collected, I think it might not be a bad idea to get someone working on the refinery. Ooh, look at that. We've got all of the materials we need now. Let's go in for one of the towers. And I would say... I think the suit battery needs to come first, just in case we need another one for exploration. But then the neutralizer tower should come next. Okay, seems like we've got a pulsator here. Try and deal with it. Very good. And here we are. One more planetary sample in the bag. But I don't think I'll use this planetary sample until we have 2 of them. I just want to see if by keeping both of them, we'll be able to then get the suit upgrade. I think it might be possible to do that. Just thinking about all of our research here, but... base expansion 4. Let's not rush into that just yet. I think another metals efficiency would be decent. Got quite a bit of time on our hands now. So my thought is that we want to head to the workshop and maybe get some of the work done ourselves on everything that's queued in there. Now hopefully by tomorrow... Oh no. No, I wanted to get to the advanced outpost. Oh no. I don't have energy. Well, that probably means I'm gonna have to run all the way back to base. That's okay, we can do that. That's not too difficult. I just don't want to waste too much time, since we've still got quite a big chunk of the day in which to be productive, obviously, so... And I think in terms of materials, we're not too far off from being able to create the other tower as well. So hopefully by the end of the next day, we should be able to do what we need to do. We're also expecting a call from Max, right? So I don't know when that's going to happen. Take a look at the base here. Make sure that everything's working fine. Doesn't need any maintenance. The shrink wants to speak to us, but I think we'll do that at the end of his shift. So let's get ourselves to the workshop and let's get to work. Now, we do have the automated outpost ready to go, or ready to at least build. Do I want to get one? As my thought process is to place down an automatic outpost where we have enriched metals. That way we can get a source of metals and organics in one, right? Like, it's not the most efficient, but we could potentially improve refining. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe let's park that for the moment, because I could always put an automated outpost elsewhere, like, or is it better to have advanced outposts working on certain minerals? Do you get more out of it? I don't really know what the rate of extraction would be if we used an automated one as opposed to a manual one, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's continue working here. There's a little bit more time in the day, and I can have a chat with the shrink a little bit later. Oh, okay, looks like we need to take that call very shortly. Let's deal with the shrink first. No, he's in the other dorm. How's the coffee?
Got your coffee? Everything all right? Well, it's not top quality, but I didn't come here for a comfortable life. I'm still getting my bearings around here. Truly strange experience. One doesn't get used to something like this in a couple of hours.
Bit of a coffee snob, I see. Don't worry, I feel the same.
Don't worry, I feel the same. Even after all this time, it's still hard to fathom. Being a captain of yourselves must be challenging. The same could be said for the idea of being responsible for the mental health of myself. I mean, I'm always up for a challenge, but my work comes with certain ethical requirements. Maintaining a professional distance, not getting engaged emotionally, you know, I'm under supervision.
I think we're beyond the point of caring about breaking rules.
Supervision. Are you seriously worried about that? Believe me, we're beyond the point of caring about breaking rules. I don't know if you've heard, but we're bringing Rapidium to Earth. So, if you ask me, that justifies a little unruliness. Huh. Good point. You know what? Suddenly, I'm starting to see this situation in a whole different light. There you go. Okay. So, how are you coping? What? Well, it must be tough with all the hardships and an identity overload. Are you okay, Jan?
So he's the first one who's ever actually checked in with us to see how we're doing and how we're dealing with the entire situation. So I like that, and, you know, it makes sense. It's his job, right? Well, yeah. I mean, nobody's asked me that before.
Wow. I don't think anyone's asked me that question before. It's very kind of you to care. That's what I'm here for, right? Maybe we can talk about it some other time. I think I'd like you to take care of the others first. Whatever you say, boss. Anyway, thanks for giving me a new outlook on things.
Okay, we're having some really, really positive interactions with the shrink, so that's good. Apparently he wants to speak to us again? Alright, I mean, hold your horses, but let's maybe have a chat with the company first. Bloody
Hello?
Maxwell.
Jan, Maxwell here.
Oh, it's good to hear you. Things are getting more and more tense in here.
Yeah, I know. Lucas told me everything. I set to work at once analyzing the data you sent. I won't lie to you. This condition you discovered is something never seen before. I can confirm what you probably already suspect. It is highly probable that it is induced by accelerated brain tissue development which your alters have undergone. I am very sorry this has happened, but nobody could have predicted it. As I've said before, you're a pioneer, Jan. Unexpected setbacks come with the job.
Well, being a builder is my job.
Being a builder is my job.
It's the job you signed up for. But it's not who you are anymore, is it? Not just who you are. You've crossed the threshold, and now, I suppose, well, you have to face the trial.
Ugh. Well, look, I'm ready.
Tell me. I'm ready.
Your heart's in it. That's good. But you'll also need an open mind, because the solution I would like to propose may be a little unsettling.
What would I have to do?
Prepare a treatment based on biological material from a healthy donor.
Donor of what exactly?
Brain cells.
Brain cells. Okay, well, if it's gonna keep all of our alters alive, then sure, why not?
Great. I volunteer.
That's generous of you, but you can't donate brain tissue.
What? Why not? I'm the only one who's not affected.
Because it would kill you. It's not blood samples we're talking about, but a significant amount of brain tissue from the cortex.
So, how did you want me to get it?
There is only one solution. You have Rapidium, Jan. You have the womb. All you need to do is create a copy of your body, but without applying the branching procedure. By leaving its mind records blank, you will create a being with no awareness, no feelings, no thoughts. A biological vessel, if you will. A tabula rasa.
Are you serious?
Are you seriously suggesting what I think you are? You want me to create an alternate version of myself in order to extract his cortex?
What do you think makes us human, Jan? Our body or our mind? This life form would not be an alter, because it simply wouldn't be human at all. It would only be a body.
Won't he get sick as well?
Wait, but if Rapidium-induced growth causes this, won't he get sick as well?
It shouldn't. Not if it stays fully sedated. You see, the mutation occurs in the part of the brain responsible for cognitive functions, thinking, learning, remembering. So as long as the vessel's cortex stays inactive, it will remain a clean slate, and its brain tissue will be safe to use.
So, tabula rasa will die?
So, tabula rasa is doomed to die.
Oh, I see what worries you. The possible existence of the human factor some people call the soul. Personally, I prefer the word used by Avicenna, essence. You see, Avicenna made a distinction between essence and existence, which he thought was the domain of the accidental, or, as you would put it, the choices that shape us. Essence, on the other hand, is that core of a being which endures, regardless of any circumstances. For Avicenna, essence proved that there was a God who created us. For me, it's a whole new field of study. Just think about it. What if we looked at this essence just like we look at any other aspect of a human being? Its body, mind, emotions, something that can be scientifically observed, trained, even enhanced. Isn't that exactly what you were doing with your alters, Jan?
I'm not experimenting on them. I'm surviving.
I'm not experimenting on them. I'm surviving.
Then carry on doing it. All I'm suggesting is that you look at this empty altar's essence in the same way a sculptor looks at a stone that is too brittle to carve in. There's no logical reason to fear dismissing it. Lucas and I went back to our old research to recreate a piece of code we once discarded. One that allowed for a much more flexible approach to erasing human memories. It can serve you to increase the capabilities of the quantum computer and create a tabula rasa version of yourself.
Upgrade the quantum computer? With the use of your banned research, but what about Ally Corp? What about the consequences for me when they find out about all the rules I've broken? A simple builder? I mean, creating my altars is one thing, but this... I could get accused of much bigger violations.
Can I trust you, Jan?
Well, that depends. Depends if I can trust you.
That depends. If I can trust you.
I'm putting a lot at stake for you. Of course you can trust me. Ally Corp doesn't have to know anything. Whatever happens from now on can stay strictly between you and me. I told you that I'd do anything to protect your mission, and I wasn't joking. Follow my instructions, and I'll take care of everything else.
Ally Corp has a big medical department. My ex-wife works there. Are you sure we shouldn't turn to them for help instead of harvesting this biological vessel against the law?
Yes, I'm sure. I told you before, it's better for you and your alters if your wife and her employers stay out of this. You didn't listen then. I hope you'll listen now. It's the only safe way for you. We can do this. Are you with me?
Oh. I need to think this through.
This is all very confusing. I need to think it through before I make any decisions.
Of course. I'm sure you'll come to the right conclusion. You're a smart man, Jan Dolsky. Let me just make one thing clear. My goal isn't to undermine Ally Corp's operations. It's not resentment that drives me. Yes, my career was broken because of their short-sightedness, but I'm not seeking revenge. I just believe that I have a much deeper understanding of the full potential of your mission, and the means to execute this potential. All they could ever do is take the rupidium you've found and use it to boost the prices of their shares. Sure, maybe a few hungry people would benefit as a side effect, but it would all be temporary, insignificant, an opportunity lost. So, no, I'm not against them. But I know that by withholding some information from them, we can achieve so much more. Just think about it, Jan. Think about how much everything you're going through is really worth. Because to the corporation, you are just an instrument. To me, you are a gift.
Oh man, I don't know what's what here, because I feel like he's going to turn on us at the very last moment when we arrive back on Earth, or perhaps maybe when we deliver the rupidium. Let's see. Discuss Maxwell's solution with the scientist. Okay, we're gonna need to have a chat with him. But it is bedtime, so I think it's probably a good idea for us to just have a sleep first, and we'll have that discussion tomorrow, and that means in the next episode, I would have to say. Goodness me, a lot of stuff happening in this one. Glad that we have another altar, the Shrink, and glad that he's making people feel alright. We'll probably need to build that contemplation room sometime soonish. And, well, the tower.
Another lovely day.
I think we're almost on the way with the tower, well, at least the first one, and we should be able to get the next tower done, hopefully today. But, yeah, that's something that we'll address in the next episode. Hope you're enjoying things, guys. Drop me a like down below, or a dislike, or some comments if you want to get in touch. Don't forget to subscribe, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.